Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now when we think of demanding games, maybe titles like the classic Crysis or the recently released Metro Exodus spring to mind. Both look great but both require decent hardware to maintain stable frame rates. But what about Minecraft? Yep, you heard correctly. This charming but graphically unimpressive game will surely run fine on most systems out there, even those considered low end. But a few graphical tweaks certainly have the potential to change this and make Minecraft one of the most intensive titles around. Welcome to what is a slightly different video, but one I hope you'll enjoy nonetheless. When Nvidia first announced their RTX lineup of graphics cards and ray tracing was first introduced, hardware enthusiasts marvelled at the potential of this new technology. After all, it makes some games look incredible, though performance certainly takes a hit. Ray tracing has since been enabled by Nvidia on some older performance GTX cards, though it's not an as impressive feat. But let's say you don't have a top-end RTX or GTX card and, well, you want to experience effects similar to that of Nvidia's cool new technology. Well, I'm sure you've seen hundreds of videos on the subject by now, but I couldn't resist testing out Sonic Ether's latest unbelievable shaders build. Here's how it looks. So what exactly is it? Well, this is a shader pack that adds path tracing effects to the world of Minecraft, which offers similar lighting effects to that of ray tracing. However, this can be installed and used with any Nvidia graphics card, providing it's powerful enough to handle these new effects, of course, and that's what I wanted to test out. The shader pack is available to gold patrons of Sonic Ether, meaning you'll need to pledge $10, at the moment anyway. All links necessary and info to get it working will be down below. It's not ray tracing, it's path tracing, but the results are similar, and the reason I wanted to check this out today is because performance is apparently improved over earlier versions. So after running it for a bit on my i5-8400 and GTX 1070 here, we'll be seeing how the entry-level GTX 1050 can handle these impressive graphics. Who says you need a RTX 2080 anyway? Here with my GTX 1070 you can see that we're averaging between 30 and 40 frames per second at 1080p, with the settings turned right up and a render distance of 32 chunks. These aren't the highest possible settings, but they still do a great job of allowing us to see this graphics mod in all its glory. The lighting effects really are very impressive. A large on-screen explosion actually caused the frame rate to dip quite a bit, but it never really went below 30 for any prolonged period of time. That's not to say the overall performance doesn't take a huge hit when compared to the vanilla game. So how does a more budget-friendly card handle such an overhaul? Well, it's time for the 2GB 1050's turn, and as you can see this card struggles a little bit more, which was the obvious outcome. But keep in mind that we are using the same settings as the 1070 here, so in that respect I guess it didn't do as badly as I first thought it would. If we drop the resolution to 720p, and again keep the same settings that were previously used, the frame rate hovers closer to 30, but this will drop to the mid-20s as we start to move around a bit more, maybe explode some TNT or just generally walk about in areas containing more foliage. Because Minecraft isn't exactly the most fast-paced game out there, these drops don't feel too bad if I'm honest, but anyone used to getting a smooth 60 FPS and beyond on this sort of hardware may be hesitant to use this graphical upgrade, especially as we had to drop the resolution here when keeping a 30 FPS target in mind. If we switch the graphical preset to fast, however, from the in-game menu, then the frame rate, while only slightly improved, will remain more stable, and there won't be as many drops into the mid-20s as there were before, though this is 720p gameplay once again, and it seems as though this is better on a card like this. Is this worth trying on your hardware? Well, if you don't mind contributing $10 monthly to Sonic Ether on Patreon for what is, to be honest, fantastic work, and you are willing to take a rather large frame rate hit, then why not? I've been wanting to check this out for a while and was curious to see how an entry-level graphics card like the 1050 would handle it. This overhaul certainly turns Minecraft into a very demanding title, but it's one that represents what is great about the PC gaming community, not to mention it looks fantastic as well. So there we have it. I said before that this video is a little bit different, but I hope you've enjoyed it nonetheless. Let me know if you've tried this out and if you have, how it ran on your hardware, particularly if it's more sort of budget orientated. Leave a like on the video if you enjoyed it, leave a dislike if you didn't. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one.